Welcome back once more to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are currently standing in Yak T'el just to do some side quests. I intend to do all of the upper forest quests for now, and then see what the time says. Joshogaf, watching the watchtowers. You there, keen to do a good deed? I need to get a delivery to one of my apprentices, but none of my own are free to handle the task. We maintain the dirigibles in these parts, but my crew is also in charge of making sure the watchtowers are in top shape. Since the great storm, we've had to take special care to ensure they stay upright. I asked one of my new recruits to do a round of the towers, but he forgot to take his damn supplies. Isn't my first time either. Anyway, there's 3 towers spread across the Utomu horizon, and doubtless the latter is near one of them. It'll be a bit of a trek, but who doesn't like a bit of fresh air? Okay, so repairman without tools, yeah? There isn't a soul to be seen, but the dirt nearby has been recently disturbed. There's no one inside, but you see fresh footprints following the road heading south. You're looking for someone from the dirigible crew? Well, I'm someone from the dirigible crew, as luck would have it. Do we need something from me? No, but I have something for you. Supplies from the old man? Damn, I forgot them again. I haven't had a reason to use them yet, so I didn't even notice they were missing. Thank you for coming all the way out here. I don't have any coin to give you, but I know a few things an outsider wouldn't. For instance, this tower is called the Night Stalker's Shadow. It was built so we can keep an eye on the Mamulja and the valley below. It used to be garrisoned by warriors, but these days hunters use it to get a lay of the land and sight potential prey. But I don't care about all that. I'm just here for a view. I joined the dirigible crew in the first place, so I could spend my days under the open sky, and come to this tower is always the high point of my day. That being said, I still have my work to do, if I want to stay on Joshogaf's good side, especially after forgetting those supplies again. I won't return until this tower's as good as new. It'll make the view all the sweeter. Alright. I was wondering, when the watchtower was, why is no one around? The watchtower should be manned. But if they were from the war? With the Mamulja, I guess that makes a certain amount of sense. They're more historical landmarks and not so much a necessity of current times. Oh, there you are. Hope you didn't have to go from one end of horizon to the other in your search. He's a good lad, but I always say he doesn't need to ride the dirigible on account of his head already being in the clouds. But when he can focus, his work is solid. I can't deny he loves the dirigibles as much as any of us. Even has the potential to take over from me in time, if you can stop being so careless. But enough about that. I'm sure you're eager for your reward, huh? Take this. And if you ever want to behold the forest in all its beauty, you're welcome to take a voyage to the skies. So, and there's an airsick Pelopello who just arrived here. With a dirigible. Here there. I have work for you if you take it. I'll pay you, of course, quite well. I need to collect 2 samples. Equipment from XIV at the Fang Foundry, and fabric from Bol Inen at XIV. I can't go myself, as you can see. Damn dirigible shook like a bucking alpaca with every gust of wind, every one step, and I'm... Whoa. Alright. So... Here on behalf of a merchant, he wanted fabric samples, if I recall. I have them ready, so you can deliver them to him directly. Also, be sure to pass on my apologies that I couldn't meet the vast quantity he requested. We are self-sufficient people, you see, do not produce goods with a mind to sell them en masse. So I hope what I've provided meets with his satisfaction. Be well. You're here in that merchant stead. Well, it's all the same to me, so go ahead and take this equipment, modeled after that used by the Lance Guard. I reckon it'll suffice for his samples. And you tell him something for me. Tell him that he's ordering too much. This place wasn't intended to make more than needed by the XIV. That being said, I'm confident that what I'm giving him is of the highest quality. Well, go on then, and don't forget to deliver my message. So basically, the production isn't high enough for what he wants. There you are. I'm feeling much better, in case you were wondering. So, did you bring the samples? If you know, I intend to count every last one of them. Ah, beautiful. Thank you for helping this deal go smoothly. As for the quantities, well, it's unfortunate, but I'll take what I can. I do still intend to count them, you can be sure. Goods from XIV are usually acquired through negotiations with a Jabral, and you can only purchase small amounts, and they're usually brought all the way from a village. The equipment is sturdy and reliable enough for hunters and soldiers alike. The fabrics are light, breathable, and stylish. Any type would buy these, and in amounts approaching quadruple digits. So that's why I added a few more zeros to my order numbers this time, unless it seems I have to revisit my plans for mass production after I return to Toliola. Speaking of which, there's still time until the dirigible departs. I suppose I should take a walk over solid ground while I can, and try not to think of my return voyage. Once again, thank you for aiding in a profitable deal. Not as profitable as I had hoped, mind you, but you still deserve this for your efforts. So, just because you're all alone over there. Quest. A former village. Reminders of a past. You travel with Vuklamat, don't you? Not anymore, no. That means you must be strong, and strong is what I need right about now. These ruins tend to attract wild beasts, so we sent out regular patrols to check them from time to time. But as soon as I got here, I was overwhelmed. I managed to fight them off and escape, but my weapons broke in the struggle. I can't hope to finish my patrol now unless I want to end up as some fiend's lunch. I just shirk my duty like this, but I have no choice but to ask you to patrol the area in my stead. Those things might still be lurking about. If you find them, I reckon you know what to do. Hit him with a pointy stick? No hostile intent. No hostile presence. You're back. I heard the sounds of battle, but all seems quiet now. Thank you. You wouldn't think it to see the ruins now, but this place used to be a vibrant village of gatherers. They took their bounty from the verdant nature around them. But we weren't fighting people, and as our conflict with Mamuja escalated, one by one they chose to find safety elsewhere, until their home was abandoned completely. Iona So means scars that remain. This place is a scar we all bear. We keep the old buildings here as a reminder of a toll war exacts on us all, so that we don't repeat the mistakes of our past. Well, I'd better report to the hunters that all is well. Here, please accept this token of my gratitude. Vukteson. Greetings, traveler. If you're in a hurry to get to your destination, I have a situation on my hand that I need some help resolving. One of my apprentices is away on a job, but they've been gone for longer than usual. He might just be taking his time over tasks, but I'd like you to check on him just in case. As much as I'd like to go myself, I have to keep an eye over the foundry. Could you do this for me? I sent him to the western region of Jemun Noja, and assuming he's followed my directions, he should be able to find him there. Man, it isn't far. What do you want from me? What? Vukteson sent you. You should be surprised I've been gone so long. He's the one who gave me all this work. I can't even see the end of it. Say, maybe you could help me. I meant to spread this insect repellent around the trees, but if I did it myself, I'd be here till tomorrow. I'll take this area. Why don't you cover the trees to the southeast? I know you probably didn't come here to get your hands sticky, but I'm counting on you. Yep. You are a werehunt. Is it an A or an S? This went much faster with 2 pairs of hands, and I thank you. I'm done here, so I think we can safely say that the forest is safe from hungry pests. You might be wondering why blacksmiths would care about the health of the trees, but you have to remember that weapons are made of more than just steel. Wood's a vital part of everyone, and the Fanged Foundry is in charge of all the green you see from one end of a Utumu horizon to the other. If we let the insects have their way, we wouldn't have a single usable haft or bow to our names. That's why an apprentice's most important duty is applying fresh coats of repellent from time to time. Anyway, there's no more work to be done here, so I'd best get back to that war reward. Be seeing you, traveler. There you are. My apprentice told me you helped him with the work. You didn't need to, but I thank you all the same. I suppose now we know why he was out there in the first place. Now we don't delegate a task to apprentices because we think we're above it. Spending time with them on materials they'll be using gives them the knowledge to choose the right ones for the job. This goes for wood and or both. That's why we do our work here in the midst of nature's bounty. Few artisans can boast of having such intimate knowledge of the materials as Treasure Brawl. That being said, perhaps I gave a lad too much to do this time around. Seems even I still have much to learn, huh? Now go ahead and take this, a fair reward for fair work. Getting to the bottom of things. Oh, hello. Did you come here to take a dip in the waters too? If you're as strong a swimmer as you look, there's something I'd like your help with. What you see before you is a Tsoli, or cenote, as they are more commonly known, and it's far more vast when it appears from the surface. I've even heard that some are connected by underwater tunnels. This one is called Talat Tsoli, and stories say that long ago a swimmer with lungs like a fish made it all the way to a cenote in the northwest. But no one since has been able to swim that far. Apparently left a sack of coins at the bottom of the cenote to mark his arrival. If you think you're his equal, maybe you could retrieve it? I've been dying to know if the legend is true. Pretty sure we can't go deeper. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Invisible wall and all that. But there's no ground visible here, so... Waterlocked coin purse. Just take a look. Can we fly out here? We can. You're back. I tried to hold my breath until we returned, but that didn't last long. Anyway, did you find the coins? They were really there? So the two cenotes were actually connected? Looks like it. So it's true, I tried swimming the tunnels once myself, but I had to turn back once I felt the water fill my lungs. Seeing you in action was truly inspiring. You know, I've even heard tell that some cenotes connect to the salt. Didn't believe it at first, but now it's not hard to imagine such a thing. Alright, my mind's made up. I'll be one of the first to reach the salt through a cenote. Who's going to be brave enough to find the coins I leave behind, eh? That was sweet. A very simple quest, but kind of interesting. Kind of sweet. Well, Tukuk. Praying mantises. You're one of Vuklamat's companions, aren't you? A stout of arm, fierce of mien. Yes, I think you might be just the person I'm looking for to take care of a little pest problem. Since the storm raged through these parts, we've seen a marked increase in the number of ill-tempered mantises. If left unchecked, they could prove a threat to the forest's natural balance. Normally I'd send a group of our own to take care of them. They're short-handed at the moment. I reckon you could do the culling of a pair of hunters though. So I ask you to rid us of two of these nuisances. You can find them to the south of the village, and good luck. Boy, I doubt you need it. Killing mantises. These are mantises, yes. And we have to kill two of them. You're back, and much quicker than I thought you'd be. You've made a difference today, even if you can't tell at a glance. Those things are ravenous and mindlessly engulf smaller prey to sate their bottomless hunger. Normally larger animals would keep their numbers in check, but there are far fewer predators stalking woods since the storm. This has given the mantises a chance to flourish. but at the expense of everything else. Of course, the natural inclination of living things is to reproduce, but nature rests on a delicate balance. Maintaining that balance is only one of a hunter's duties. Today helped us restore a small bit of harmony to the forest, and I hope you gained a deeper understanding of our relationship to the land we call home. I'm honored to have worked with one of Wuklamat's own.
Oh, hello. You look like you can handle yourself. Please, if you can spare a moment, I desperately need your help. You see, one of my friends said he was going fishing in a cenote, but hasn't come back for some time. A white cenote can be quite bountiful. They naturally attract all sorts of hungry beasts. I'm worried something terrible has happened. I don't know which one he went to, but I ask that you search XIV to the east of the dirigible landing. I'll have another one in mind for myself. Hopefully he'll be at one of them.
It's a big one to the right, yeah.
Hey, Piranha.
Some of these cenotes are large enough to count as lakes. Only much, much deeper. I owe you my life. Although I guess some of that debt is owed to my friend for sending such a strong fighter. Either way, we'd best leave before the scent of blood attracts even more creatures. Speak to me again at XIV. I owe you my life and make no mistake.
Thank you for saving my friend. If you had arrived even a moment later, I shudder to think what would have happened.
I'm sorry I caused all this fuss. I was just fantasizing about all the fish I'd bring home and forgot there's a reason they call that the Crimson Cenote. I suppose you might not have heard the legends behind that name, huh, traveler? They're grim, and make no mistake. It's said that during a war with the Mamuja, the Cenote used to be a burial place for our fallen. There's also stories of desperate people diving in to avoid capture by the enemy. In both cases, the monstrous fish in XIV feasted and its water would be stained red. Sometimes it's easy to forget the lessons our stories teach us, but there's a reason they persist. I won't go fishing again without a proper escort. You have my word on that. Hunters of bite. Why, if it isn't Desiree, the forest blesses me, for I need a mighty warrior to help keep my recruits sharp. It were better to do that than one of a thought promises retinue. Their training is due to start in Shimajun Hoja, to the south. If you're ready and willing to show off your skills to a few eager hunters, we'll be awaiting you there. Welcome this way. It's good you came. I was beginning to worry what cerebral brush would become bored, and bored prey makes for boring sport. Is that surprise a sense? What else did you expect? Some of the brethren of Brash trained the beasts of our namesake to fight alongside them. Me for one. Now go on. Show these kittens what a real fighter's made of. I don't expect any quarter from you. Well, that lasted longer than I expected at least. Nothing's a better teacher than bitter defeat, huh? I meant the hearts later, don't worry. Their only lasting wound will be to their ego. Now, you probably have better things to do than human old man and his pets. Let's get back to XIV and we'll see about getting you paid for your efforts.
I actually didn't know they had beast tamers here.
There you are, Desiree. Thank you for giving me a bit of your time today. The techniques we used to tame the forest beasts have been passed down for generations among the Jabral. You can imagine they are of great use to us during our war with the Mamulja. Even during these peaceful times, having a few animals at our beck and call makes our daily hunting all the easier. Of course, we don't need as many as before, so many of our companions were released back into the wilds. Even so, I can't let the knowledge of my forebears die with me. In quiet times as well, I must sharpen their fangs. That being said, my brush seem less and less keen to face intelligent foes, but I'm content to just have them hunt by my side. I may have tamed them, but that doesn't change their nature. Still reckon we all learned something from you today, even me. You deserve this reward for helping me keep my own fangs keen. Good, but looking at the time, this is just long enough for an episode, I think. Good.
Until next time then, I'm Mason. Don't get lost.